Namaste. If you've noticed that your menopause symptoms worsen in winter, you're not alone. Winter can have a chilling effect, pardon the pun, on our menopause symptoms. And in this video, I'm going to be revealing 5 ways that winter exacerbates menopause symptoms. My name is Julianne Garrido. I am a menopause yoga expert and I help women ease the symptoms naturally. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out my other videos, lots of videos on how to help menopause symptoms. Let's dive in. So winter can be a really pretty time of year. Snow on the ground, frosty air, lots of Christmas warmth and cheer. But here's the thing, it actually worsens menopause symptoms. These include joint pain, anxiety, low mood, mood swings, irritability, fatigue, weight gain, and sleep disruption. Let's take a look at 5 ways in which these symptoms are aggravated, and hopefully you might be able to zoom in and help yours. So, cold, dry weather. Joint pain, right? It does not agree with our joints. Our joints rely on synovial fluid, and not only do we have cold air outside, but we have dry air inside due to central heating systems. And this really impacts on the joints and reduces that fluidity that they need to keep supple. And who wants to exercise, right, when it's cold? But this lack of movement further impacts the joints because it minimizes the strength of the muscles, and the muscles protect around those joints. So this lack of movement causes stiffness and leads to more aches and pains. And we know we bundle up, right, in lots of layers to keep warm when we step outside and it's chilly. But here's the thing, this really impacts hot flushes because it's like when the internal thermostat goes wonky and the hot flush starts, there's nowhere for it to escape. It's like trapped in the layers of clothing. So it can make our hot flushes worse. So you wouldn't think that our menopause symptoms would be impacted by lack of sunlight, but there are a few that really fall foul of this. One of them is joint pain. Joint pain is reliant on vitamin D, remember, and lack of sunlight means lower vitamin D levels. Now, vitamin D, don't mistake this just for a vitamin that picks us up in the summer months when it's sunny. It actually really impacts on bone health and helps reduce inflammation around the joints. So without that vitamin D, without that sunlight, the joints are worse. There's also anxiety to consider because lack of sunlight affects our serotonin levels, and this causes a dip in mood, and at its worst, anxiety can spiral off into depression, and anxiety, depression are extremely common in those winter months. Also, hot flushes, lack of vitamin D can trigger more hot flushes. And the lack of sunlight, think about fatigue levels increasing, we want to do less, our mood's lower, and the more we do, the more tired we become, and that fatigue can lead into exhaustion over those winter months. Drop me a comment and let me know if any of these resonate with you. What aggravates you most in winter? Let me know. So it's quite common to suffer from more sleep disruptions during winter because of the shorter days, longer nights. Why? Because it affects our internal body clock and throws off our circadian rhythm. I mean, who wants to get up, right, when it's cold, chilly and dark early in the morning? Really hard. So seasonal affective disorder, or SAD syndrome, can actually be more pronounced in winter and trigger those feelings of low mood, low self-esteem, and bring on more fatigue, all due to the lack of daylight and the shorter days, longer nights. And feeling isolated is also common. Low mood, lack of energy, and that shorter day, longer evenings means we don't want to socialize, we don't want to go out, we don't have the energy, and that can be a real problem during the winter months. 'Tis the season to be jolly or not. Think of stress. Stress impacts our body in so many ways. Let's look at the joints, right? It brings with it many acidic chemicals which directly impact the joints, causing more joint pain. Who knew? And stress also means cortisol levels go up, which is never a good thing. That affects the brain's internal thermostat, if you like, the hypothalamus. And this makes hot flushes even worse. And winter, of course, brings with it this holiday season with Thanksgiving, Christmas, all rolled into one. There's a lot of stress involved, a lot of financial strain, emotional strain, and it can really, really take a toll on our tolerance levels, which really, really pushes our irritability to the max. You are what you eat, right? And changes in diet in the winter months can have significant impact on our symptoms. Let's take a look. So hot flushes are impacted because whilst we may choose warm, comforting foods, we may also increase the level of spice, which triggers hot flushes, and also warm drinks. Maybe our caffeine intake goes up and that impacts on hot flushes. And who doesn't want those sugar-laden, carb-comforting foods in winter, right? They take a toll on our fatigue levels. Why? Because we have these energy spikes, and when we drop low, that really brings on debilitating fatigue. And the consequence of the overload with carbs and sugar is that it affects our moods. Our blood sugars are all over the place. We don't have that even line, and it really takes a toll on our mood swings. We're up and down. And did you know that sugary foods contain pro-inflammatory substances? And what do? They aggravate the joints, right? We tend to eat more sugars at this time of year, and that directly impacts our joint pain. And it's a time of year when we drink less water, right? Who wants to drink water when it's cold and chilly? And this also impacts the joints, right? We need to keep them lubricated. So drinking extra water can really make a difference, even if it's just one glass. And then lastly, weight gain, right? We all arrive in the new year with this excess of weight as a result of the sugar and carb-loaded foods. And it can be really tough to lose in menopause, very easy to gain, very hard to lose. But that is a direct result of those winter months when we are veering towards choosing these comforting foods. So it's important to try to substitute those with healthier options. So there you have it. Those are the 5 ways in which winter impacts menopause symptoms. The cold temperatures, the shorter days, the lack of sunlight, stress, and the changes in our diet all worsen menopause symptoms. I've just covered a few here. Maybe there's more. Let me know which symptom is worse for you in winter. And don't forget, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you ring the bell, right, you'll be notified when my next video comes out. But I've got one video that I want you to watch next, and that's the power of menopause yoga for menopause symptoms all year round, right? It will completely solve your winter problems. I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Namaste.